holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Alexa, stop. All right, welcome. Oh my goodness, I don't have a cold. I'm actually, sounds like I don't have a cold. I'm actually just talked out, man. I've had so much talking in the last 2 weeks. Holy smokes, it's like my voice is going. Anyway, listen, we are going to be talking about farming, and this is our last Facebook Live before January 3rd. Hi, Kona. Oh, here's my little Kona. Here's my little dog. Here she is. My Christmas present. My little Kona. She's so cute. Anyway, she weighs like a tank, actually. So she's going to be doing the show today. I'm only kidding. All right, so we're going to be talking about farming. And Kona's going to go on the floor because, well, she's too heavy. All right, so we're going to be talking about farming. If for some reason you cannot hear me, you're going to have, thank you. I know, she is awfully cute, isn't she? So I've got my microphone here, and I'm a little bit casual today, so hopefully all you guys appreciate that. We're going to be talking about farming, and the most important thing about farming, guys, that I want to talk about today is the fact that most people are doing it incorrectly. So I'm going to cover really quickly a couple things, but also some housekeeping notes. Like I said, we are going to be taking a little bit of break from our Facebook Live. We will be back on here January 3rd, and we will be talking about market predictions and what I think is going to be happening with the market moving forward into 2022 in Canadian real estate. So it is going to take a couple weeks for me to pull all the data together because I've never seen so much changes as we're seeing right now. And everybody who knows me knows I like my predictions to be pretty friggin' accurate. So here's the thing. And I've also been warned by Facebook to stop swearing. So that's the next thing. That's my promise. Every year I promise it. All right, so we're going to talk about farming. Here's the thing about farming an area. If you're looking at having the best success rates in farming, the number one thing that you want to do is, first thing you should do is you should take a look at the area and you should get a postal code walk. You always have to know what area you're going to target. So whether you're a local business, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're in sales, it doesn't matter. If you're choosing an area to farm, then you need to be really looking at a couple of things. First of all, what's your opportunity? So you want to get a measurable amount of farming available for you. So if I'm going to farm my area, for example, I'm going to go online on your Canada Post and I'm going to do what we call postal walk. Okay, so I'm going to be taking a look and seeing how many postal codes are in any specific area. So if, let's say, there's 2,000 postal codes in the area, your goal is not to just go and door knock or flyer the shit out of an area. I see that happen all the time, and I think it's really difficult for me to see that because you guys are spending a lot of money investing into certain areas, and then when we look around and I go, holy smokes, what are we actually doing here? You're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars of putting up bus benches, billboard signs, and what's the ultimate goal, right? So start with that. If there's 2,000 postal codes in a farm area, then your goal should be.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, hang on a second. I'm just going to eliminate something here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Hang on. Da, 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 da. Sorry, guys. I actually have. Here we go.
It's just through my laptop.
Sorry, guys. I've got somebody who is on. Here we go. Mute. There we go. That was awkward. Okay. Sorry. I'm in the middle of doing a Zoom conference on the other line. And they got a little loud. You just heard them. Anyway, so long story short, what we're really looking at is taking the postal codes, going down 50% and saying that's my target. So your goal of farming an area is not to just blanket it or think that you're just going to market it. You have to have lead generation enhancement into a farm area in order for it to work. You can't go just marketing an area and not having lead generation enhancement, and vice versa. You can't just lead generation a farm area and then marketing enhance it. Okay, or not marketing enhance it. You want to have a combination of both. So either you're going to go in with lead generation as your predominant focus, which means more of the door knocking, more of the in-person, more of the things there, and then you're going to enhance it with some of those touches, right? So some of the hardcore marketing like postcards or whatnot, or you're going to go marketing based first into an area, farm area, which means a lot of expenses, very expensive, And then you're going to lead generation enhance it by doing that door knocking or doing some stuff in the area. Second, so that's the first thing, is know what your goal is, and your goal should always be to attain the contact information. A great farm area, you have the information. So somebody said to me the other day, they said, oh, there's an agent I really love, and they're so successful in an area. And I said, well, they're successful in an area. And they said, well, yeah, they're amazing. And I don't know how, and they're on every billboard and they're doing this. So I'm going to get a billboard. And I go, well, that's fine. But how many postal codes how much contact information of that area do they actually have? So that's the first thing, is your goal is to attain contact information. The second thing is deciding, again, do you want to be lead generation based with marketing enhancement, or do you want to go marketing enhancement, pay the big bucks up front, and then lead generation enhance it? And when I say big bucks, I'm talking over $20,000 a month investment into any specific area. Now, what you can alternatively do, guys, is be a little bit more creative. If I was going to farm an area right now and I'm in real estate, the number one thing that I would probably do is I would be farming the area I would live in. Stop looking at other areas. Look at the area that you're actually in. If you don't want to farm your own neighborhood, which is the easiest neighborhood for you to farm in, then I don't understand. Why would you go to a totally different one? It makes no sense to me. Sure, you might be moving out of that neighborhood in a couple years, but that doesn't matter. The neighborhood you're currently in is the easiest neighborhoods for you to farm in because you can get totally involved in it. As an easy way to collect, so your goal in farming shouldn't be necessarily about what kind of postcards you send out that you look the best in, or what kind of billboards could you put up. Your goal in farming really should be, how can I do it in a way where I'm promoting my services, values, and everything else like that, but I'm equally getting to know everybody in my farm area and I'm collecting their contact information at the same time. So how do you do that? And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. So if right now, if you're in a totally different industry, it doesn't matter. Still farm your area. Like every single area has an opportunity for a business owner in it. There's always people who need services, right? But think about a snowplow removal company. If they live in a certain area, they don't go 100 miles out and start farming that area. They farm locally and then they expand. That's what you do in business, right? So first things first, how would I do it? If I'm in real estate and I was looking to farm an area, what I would do is do my own area, and I would go door to door, and I would literally be offering updated market valuations at this time of the year. And I would probably do that to the end of January. If you really want to know the truth, I would put it out till the end of January, and I would simply use an easy script. I would have a postcard, and this is the other thing is that people get really scared, right? Obviously, it's COVID, so you want to respect everything. You want to, it's not unusual to knock on a door, but just be respectful. Don't be at the door in somebody's face. That's just like obviously not appropriate, and don't do it without wearing masks. I would strongly suggest having a jacket of some sort or a hat of some sort that identifies that you're in business, so that they don't think that you're actually just sitting around doing nothing. When you knock on the doors, very simple. I'd have two things. First thing, you always have something that you can leave behind in case they want something left behind. Again, during COVID, sometimes that can be a little bit of an issue. However, I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with people leaving stuff in my door. I really don't care at this point because I'm very safe. Okay, so I'm cautious, right? Anyway, the point being is that use QR codes. QR codes to landing pages are the easiest thing. But I would go door to door if I was farming for a specific area now. I would go door to door with the intention of how much information can I collect. And I would be offering market evaluations. I strongly believe, anybody who knows me knows, I firmly believe that if you own a house right now, and you do not have it appraised by the end of this year for 2021, I think that's a mistake. I think it's totally irresponsible. And I think it's irresponsible because it's your biggest financial asset. Where the economy is going in 2022 is really unknown territory. The amount of debt our countries is occurring right now, and where the market, the volatility could go, you owe it to yourself. It's your biggest financial asset. Don't just watch the news and say, oh, it's great. My house went up $300,000, $400,000. No, get your house appraised. It's free. Get a realtor to appraise your property and put it on by the end of the year. It's the smartest decision you can make. When property assessments roll in 2022, if you don't agree with your assessment, you will have a realtor's assessment right there from 2021. So you have a better chance as opposed to rushing around getting an assessment that maybe you don't agree with or it's going to affect your property taxes in a negative way, and then you want to go back in time. It's not possible. So the point is I believe that this is the easiest way for you to farm an area right now that you're passionate about. It's not just about buying and selling houses, it's about providing services. So when we go door knocking, and on average, you should be able to get about 35 CMA assessments for every 5 hours that you're door knocking from what we've tested. And realistically, the scripting that you just want to use, again, have a QR code. Okay, so if they're at the door and they want to do it right away, they can just scan the QR code, go into the house, fill out the property assessment Google form. Simple, easy as that. Otherwise, knock on the doors and just be like, hey, it's Mary-Anne Gillespie. I'm the local realtor in the area. I live in the area. One of the most important things that we're doing right now is we're going door to door to give everybody their end of the year pricing on the properties. Would you agree that the market is very up and down, and you're hearing that property values have increased substantially? Yes, exactly. So we don't really know what's going to happen in 2022. There's rumors of rate changes, capital gains on primary residences, and there's also rumors of market volatility. So what we're highly recommending, and we're doing it for free because I live in this neighborhood, is we're recommending that you at least put a final end of year pricing on your property so you can lock in and know what it was worth at the end of 2021. We can do it digitally, meaning we can get you to fill out a form, easy, simple, and we'll email it to you. Or if you need it for more specific purposes, we're happy to come in and do it in person. Either way, we can do that. Which would you prefer? 99% of people are going to say digital. So perfect. You either have the QR code right then and there, or you just simply take down their email. Easy peasy lemon breezy. Email, address of the house, you're in front of it. Boom. Send them over the Google form. Keep in touch with them. Do your follow-ups in January. It's a great way to build your database, get contact information, provide excellent value. I mean, outstanding value. I mean, I can't even imagine, but you have to believe in what you're actually doing. And the biggest problem with farming, again, is I see everybody sending out postcards endlessly. Or they're thinking, oh, I farm an area, it's great. I have one house there, or whatever the case is, or I don't want to farm my area. I heard from somebody the other day who said that they didn't want to farm their own neighborhood because they didn't want to be bothered all the time. And I'm going, well, first of all, that's never an issue. Okay, second of all, what's worse, being bothered all the time, which I've never heard of. I've never heard of anybody bothering somebody, and we coach a lot of realtors. I've never heard of that happening. But being there for answering questions and being the local neighborhood expert in the area that you actually live in, I mean, if you get to the point where you're being bothered all the time, that means you're kicking the shit out of, oops, I did it. I promised Facebook I wouldn't stare. That means you're kicking the pants, literally, off of your farming. Isn't that what you want? I don't know. Do you market yourself so you can stay isolated? No, you market yourself so you can be bothered all the time. That's how you're going to be successful. So it kind of makes sense, right? So that's what I strongly suggest. So again, with farming, know your identification of your area. How many postal codes are there? You can find out online. Second thing, set your target of attaining 50% of all the contact information of your local farm area. Third thing, get on it. Believe in the CMA market evaluations. This is the best gift for everybody this year. Gift for realtors, gift for business owners. If you're in a different business and you're going, why? I can't put a price on a house. Well, what can you do that's of value? What happened in the last year that you should be going around to your prospective farm area? It's very simple. Everybody always comes around. So when somebody was sitting there, when they want to do, for example, your driveways, okay, here's an interesting thing. When people want to do driveway sealant, it always blows my mind away. They come to your door, and if they can't sell you driveway sealant, they walk away. And I always go, if I was in the, I'm always thinking about business. If I was going door to door in a farm area, these guys for driveway sealant, every freaking year they hire a crew of people to go door to door for driveway sealant, and it's just like, it's mindless. I'm going, why are they not collecting a database? That's the goal of farming, is to collect a database. It's not to just randomly decide to go door knocking once a year, twice a year, or here and there. It's about really dedicating your business to building a farm area. So I think of the driveway sealants, and I go, all they have to do really is to say, hey, listen, we're going to be going around the area, and we're going to be giving everybody an email of what the driveway sealant, cost for your house is going to be. We could do it right now for $100, or we're going to email you a copy instead of a paper estimate, which blows my mind away. We can take your email address down, and we're going to put in the value on it, and we're going to have various promotions all throughout the summer, and we'd love to keep in touch with you for that. And we're going to have a big promotion in the spring as well, just in case you don't decide to do it now. So what's the best email for you? And we'll send you the estimate based on what we see. Boom! They would have my contact information, because yes, I would absolutely give it to them. B, it's something that I'd like to do, just maybe not at that exact moment. And C, they've accumulated a database. Therefore, they don't have to door knock anymore the following season. If they want to, they can, but it'll be way easier to say, hey, everybody, guess what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's a video on the values of driveway sealant. Those door knockers aren't even showing you what the value of it. 99% of people that ask, why do you get your driveway sealed? They don't actually have a clue. They don't have a clue. By the way, I don't have a clue either. Anyway, but the point is that it looks shiny and nice. But anyway, I know there's a bigger reason. But anyway, the point is that they're not doing anything. They're not collecting a database. And it's the number one problem I see with any business owner is that it's like there is no value, there is no education to me as a consumer, there's no way of reaching me other than them coming to my door and doing it. Same thing with the lawn irrigation systems or anything, or even snow removal. They don't even collect a database and they're not even marketing it. So anyway, those are the 3 points that I really want to make is that first thing is, like I said, get out there and do those CMAs, okay? So figure out your area, divide it by 2 and start focusing in and say for 2022, I'm going to set a goal of committing to really making this a farm area and I'm going to collect the information. Farming is about collecting information. Okay, you're growing. That's what a farm is. Okay, you're growing something, so you have to collect the information. When you get the information, you will market to them for future business usage, okay? That's the power of it. You'll provide great value, great content and things. But also, if you're in real estate or any sales business, find out what people really need and a way to offer it to them and collect their information and basically provide value to them and then remarket them later. It's absolutely brilliant. And in real estate, for me, like I said, if your worst fear is that you're going to be bombarded in your neighborhood because you've done such an outstanding job of letting everybody know you're in sales, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a kick-ass thing. I think it's really good. We have a local person, who owns an Epicurious business in our neighborhood. And my gosh, I'm telling you, like, I love it. Eventually, with all her marketing and stuff, she collected my information. With all her marketing, I literally now use her products, and I love it. I think it's great. It's a great way for me to meet local business owners, but also if you keep dripping on them and you provide value after value after value, you're going to get it, right? I now am officially the proud owner of a pan that makes bagels. So I'm... which is so random, but I don't even eat carbs. So anyway, so I'm gonna make a ton of bagels for everybody. Anyway, the moral of the story is this, guys. I know I talked a little bit long right now, but the moral of the story is this. When you're farming, first thing, know your farm area and set the target of getting contact information. Do not farm if your goal is to just go out and call it farming. Farming is a business. It's an actual business where you're collecting information, you're establishing a territory, and you have a goal of collecting at least 50% of the contact information of the individuals who live in that farm area. That is what we refer to as a kick-ass farm area. Sorry, Facebook, I swore again. But if you're going to do it once, you might as well do it twice. Anyway, second thing is that decide lead generation based marketing enhanced or marketing based lead generation enhanced. Which way do you want to go? Third thing is figure out your item of value. What are you offering to that farm area? What can you offer to them to collect the information is the third thing. And then execute. Execute, execute, execute. Set your goals, get your accountability, do it with a partner if you really want to. The partner can be in a totally different industry, by the way. Like totally. If I'm in real estate, maybe I go out with my mortgage broker. You know what? Maybe the two of us can actually do that. Or if I'm in real estate, maybe I go out with my personal trainer. My personal trainer would be great. You know what? We can actually, what can we offer? We can offer a pricing on your property by the end of the year and a great body. I mean, that's a win-win. That's what I would call a great 2022. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We are going to be taking off next week, like I said. We will be back on January 3rd where we will forecast my thoughts on the Canadian real estate market, which should be very interesting for what we're already seeing already. All right, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of the year. We'll see you in 2022.